Welcome back to Electric Wheels Update. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting and affordable electric city cars of 2026, the Renault Twingo E-Tech Electric. Renault has taken a legendary nameplate and reinvented it for the era of electric mobility, creating a compact EV that's as practical as it is stylish, and best of all, wallet-friendly. If you're curious about what makes this little EV tick, from its exterior design to its performance and interior touches, you're in the right place. Let's start with the exterior because this is where the Twingo immediately grabs your attention. At first glance, you can see that Renault hasn't strayed too far from the DNA of the original Twingo from the early 90s. The round headlight design is a modern reinterpretation of those classic, cheerful eyes, and it gives the front end an inviting, almost friendly character that's hard to ignore. The body is compact, just under 3.8 meters long, making it ideal for urban environments where space is tight and maneuverability is key. EV specifications +1. The proportions are nicely balanced. You've got short overhangs, a high waistline, and a slightly bulbous rear end that not only enhances visual appeal but aids efficiency by smoothing airflow behind the car. Speaking of efficiency, Renault has made clever aerodynamic choices like underfloor fairings and little fins above the taillights that help calm the air as it flows past the car, boosting real-world range in city traffic. Autocar. Details like hidden rear door handles keep the lines clean while still giving you practicality, and the range-topping Techno trim even features sleek flush-faced 18-inch alloy wheels, a rare feature in this class that adds a premium feel without jacking up costs. It's a design that feels both nostalgic and contemporary, respecting its heritage while clearly being an EV built for today. Autocar +1. Now let's move on to performance, which, for a city EV, is both clever and capable. This Twingo is powered by a single front-mounted electric motor producing about 60 kilowatts of power, roughly 82 horsepower, with 175 Nm of torque. While that might not sound like supercar figures, in a car that weighs around 1,200 kilograms, it's plenty for urban driving and light highway use. Paul Tan's automotive news. In everyday terms, that means you get a sprightly takeoff from lights and junctions. Renault claims a 0 to 50 km/h, 0-31 miles per hour time of under 4 seconds, which is quicker than many city commuters need, and a 0 to 100 km/h, 0-62 miles per hour time of around 12.1 seconds. That's not sports car territory, but for weaving through town traffic or merging onto motorways, it feels responsive and eager. Paul Tan's automotive news. Top speed is capped at about 130 km/h, around 81 miles per hour, which again is totally reasonable for a city-focused machine. The real story here isn't blistering acceleration or blistering top speed, it's usable, efficient electric driving that makes everyday journeys pleasant and affordable. Paul Tan's automotive news. Now let's talk range and charging, which is absolutely critical for EV owners. The Twingo uses a 27.5 kWh lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery. This chemistry is a smart choice because it's more affordable and thermally stable compared to traditional EV battery chemistries, which helps Renault keep the price down without compromising durability. Autocar +1. Renault quotes up to 263 km of WLTP range on a single charge, roughly equivalent to 163 miles, depending on wheel size and trim level. That's more than enough for typical daily driving, especially when most urban commuters cover under 50 kilometers a day. Electra. Charging times are versatile for both home and public use. On standard AC charging, you can get a full charge in just over 4 hours, perfect for overnight charging at home. If you opt for DC rapid charging, you can go from 10% to 80% in about 30 minutes. That's a big advantage if you happen to need a quick top-up on the go. Paul Tan's automotive news. Before we slide into the interior, one more thing on performance, regenerative braking and efficiency. The Twingo offers adjustable one-pedal driving levels on higher trims. This means you can tune how strongly the car slows itself down when lifting off the accelerator, reducing brake wear and boosting overall efficiency. For city drivers, this feature is both fun and functional. Electra. Moving inside, the cabin isn't about flashiness, it's about smart use of space and clever design. Renault clearly took inspiration from the original Twingo's simple and functional layout but updated it for modern expectations. The first thing you'll notice is the pair of digital screens, a 7-inch driver display and a 10.1-inch central touchscreen that handles infotainment and navigation. EV.com+1. The interior uses playful elements that nod to Renault's heritage, like retro-inspired upholstery patterns and even a translucent hazard button that's a fun visual reference to older models. But it isn't all about nostalgia, there's real practicality here. Storage spaces abound, from compartments under the dashboard to cubbies in the doors, and clever touches like magnetic areas for phones add daily convenience. EV.com. Rear passengers benefit from sliding and foldable seats that let you prioritize either passenger space or cargo room. With the rear seats up, you still get a useful amount of room for everyday stuff, and with them folded, cargo capacity expands significantly, making weekend errands easier. EV.com. Quality is solid for the price point. Materials feel durable, and although some rivals might edge ahead in refinement, Renault's choice of materials leans toward sustainability with recycled and responsibly sourced components, adding another layer to this car's eco-friendly credentials. Auto Hit. In the driver's seat, controls are intuitive, steering is light, and visibility is excellent, all of which makes city driving, parking, and tight turns feel effortless. The overall vibe is clever and cheerful, just like the original Twingo was back in its heyday. So the 2026 Renault Twingo E-Tech Electric is more than just a city car. It's an affordable, fun, efficient urban EV that marries retro charm with modern electric mobility. Whether you're zipping around town, commuting to work, or just want a practical second car, this little Renault makes a compelling case. Thanks for watching Electric Wheels Update. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Renault Twingo, smash that like button, subscribe for more EV updates, and let us know in the comments what electric car you want us to cover next.